Hello Scribblers! Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Wendy. I just wanted to pop up here real quick with a few simple reminders. What with Nanowrimo right around the corner and everybody rushing to get ready, or not, some of you are ready to just dive in and get going, and whether you've prepped or not, and that's fine. It all works, it all winds up being the same anyways. This is just a short video with a few simple reminders on why you shouldn't be pulling your hair out this November. So, to start it off, first reminder is it's just a first draft. Everybody's first draft is literal crap. I don't care if you are the newest, if this is your first time ever actually penning a novel, or if you're Stephen King. Your first draft is literal crap. Write it for yourself. You write it to get the words on the page so that you can go back later and edit it and make it better and shine and sparkly and unicorns and daisies. But the first draft isn't going to be that. And if it is that, if you've somehow managed to write a perfect first draft, I think you have a potion and you need to mass market that shit because you'll be a billionaire. Otherwise, when you're doing NaNoWriMo, you have to write as fast as you can to get those 50,000 words down in a month. And that's 30 days, people. You have 30 days to get 50,000 words onto paper. That's a lot of words. So you are going to have characters' names changing every other page. You are going to have plot holes the size of Niagara Falls. Do not let this get you down. There's always editing. You can always go back and fix what you write, but you have to get it down. That is the point. Number 2, the story doesn't always happen from point A to point B. What I mean by that is when you're writing the first draft, even if you have an outline, you're going to find yourself going off on these little tangents. People call this their characters not listening to them, or their characters getting a mind of their own. It happens to all of us. Sometimes when we're trying to fight this, we wind up with writer's block. My suggestion is that happens to you and your characters decide that they want to go down this little windy road, either memory lane or some backcountry Texas road. You have no idea where the hell you are. Just let them. Let them go. Put it into another document, write it out, and then eventually you'll get back. You'll get out of your system and you'll get back to your story. A lot of times for me, whenever this happens, I find that I learn something about my characters. I learn something about their past. I learn about something who they are, what they would do in certain situations, and whether or not that ever actually comes up in the novel itself is a completely different story. But I learned something about them, something about the world that I'm setting up. So going off on these little adventures with your characters isn't always a bad thing. Yes, it may feel like you are wasting your time writing these words on a part of the story that doesn't really help, but sometimes we need to do these little short stories to get through the writer's block, to figure out what we're going to do next. Especially if you're pantsing your story. I know I pantsed Stop the Raven. Originally, I was pantsing Stop the Raven when I first started it, and it wasn't until halfway through the story that I decided to do an outline, but while I was pantsing it, I was writing all kinds of different stuff that never actually made it into the story. And that's fine, because I discovered stuff about my characters. I was brainstorming, essentially that's what I was doing. And that's what it is. You're just brainstorming scenarios. So it's okay. It happens. Going from point A to point B doesn't always happen because points F, X, and D sometimes show up and you just have to go with it. Third reminder for this NaNoWrimo is take a self-care day. I realize that the whole point of NaNoWriMo is to get done as quickly as you can, as much as you can. But that doesn't mean you need to wear yourself down until there is nothing left. You can't feed the creativity if there's nothing in the fridge. You need to take the self-care days. I'm not saying take an entire day off, because God forbid if a writer ever actually took an entire day. But I'm saying like take an evening off with the family. Do something with your family, do something with your friends. Take a couple of hours to read a book or watch a movie or play a video game. Do something that doesn't have to do necessarily with writing. Just something for yourself. And then get back to your writing. Because, like I said, you don't want to wear yourself down. You don't want to be pulling your hair out and being completely and totally insane at the end of NaNoWriMo, even though most of us are already insane. That's fine. That's fine. We're fine. We're good. Fourth reminder for this month is reach out to the community. One of the biggest reasons that I am still writing and still working towards my dream of being published is because of some of the amazing people that I have met in the writing community, either here on YouTube or in Twitter. There are so many people from all walks of life doing NaNoWriMo this every year that it is hard not to make friends with them once you reach out to them, talk to them, get to know them. Go to the NaNoWriMo forums. Go onto Twitter and look up the hashtag NaNoWriMo 2018. We're going to find so many people struggling with this just as much as you are, and reaching out to them alleviates some of that stress. It really makes you feel better once you know you're not alone and you're not. Reach out to the community, make friends, make connections, and that's really going to be your biggest win in NaNoWriMo, is making those connections. And my fifth and final reminder for NaNoWriMo is it's okay if you don't win. Not everybody is capable of pounding out 50,000 words in 30 days. For some of us, that just doesn't happen. Some people are capable of typing 15 to 5,000 words a day. Other people barely manage 200 words. Either way is fine. If you don't cross over that 50,000 mark at the end of NaNoWriMo, that's the point of NaNoWriMo, is to get you going, to get you writing, to build up some kind of momentum so you can get your story out to the world. And really, that is what you should take away from NaNoWriMo. Yes, if you hit the 50,000 mark, then yes, congratulate yourself. You're awesome. You're amazing. You did it. You wrote a book in a month, and that is really something to be proud of, because I've honestly never done that. But if you don't finish your book in those 30 days, don't stop writing it. Keep writing it. The only way you really lose NaNoWriMo is if you stop writing, if you stop creating. Don't stop. People out there want to read your story. They want to hear your words. Even if you don't reach that point, even if you don't win, keep writing. I promise you, you're going to win it. You're going to finish that book eventually. Tolkien took 16 years to write Lord of the Rings trilogy. To Kill a Mockingbird took Harper Lee 2.5 years. You don't have to, just because you don't write a book in 30 days doesn't make you any less of a writer. As long as you're writing, you're writing. So keep writing, keep going. If you're participating in NaNoWriMo, good luck. Have fun. That is the point of it, is to have fun. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.